Hello friends, welcome back to another Tumbler tutorial. And if it's your first time here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Mal and I make Tumbler tutorials here on YouTube every single week. So today's video is another version, I know it's been a while, of my Remaking Old Cups series that I've been doing. It's been a while since I've made one of these, but I am getting back into it. I found a few more cups that I was like, I should remake that. So this design is one that I made my very first Christmas season making cups. I made this cup for one of my very best friends, Jasmine. We started working at Disneyland together and just became best friends immediately. She's amazing and wonderful. And I made her this cup as a Christmas gift, my first Christmas making cups. And she texted me a few months ago and said that she dropped it and it broke. And I was like, ding, that would be a perfect opportunity to remake it, kind of upgrade the design a little bit. This is not one of the cups that I'm like, ugh, I didn't like it, but I was actually really proud of this design. So we're going to just kind of continue it, change the design a little bit, and just give it a little bit of a facelift. So this was a fun design to put together initially, and I had a lot of fun with it this time around too. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss any of my new videos. As always, I'll have all the products I'm using in this video listed and linked down below in the description box. I'll also have some discount codes for you if you want to save a little bit of money on your orders. And I'll also have links to all of my websites, my store, my merch shop, my social media, Patreon group, Facebook group. All of that is always listed down below in the description, so you can find me on any other platforms if you'd like to follow along with me anywhere else. Okay, I think that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go. We're going to be using a 20-ounce traditional tumbler from Craft Haven for this design. My original design, I'm pretty sure, was an Ozark tumbler from Walmart. And in that design, I did the pattern up at the top, and then I did kind of a glitter waterfall coming up from the bottom. But for this kind of revamped, reimagined design, I'm going to do a half and half split. So I'm going to start by splitting my cup in half. I'm measuring at the bottom to make sure that I have an even 50-50 split, and then just using blue painter's tape to separate the halves. So I got this sheet of vinyl from the Vinyl Cottage. It is available now. It's a little pigs flying pattern. I thought they were so super cute. So what I'm going to do is measure how much of this vinyl I'm going to need to get the halves of my cup, or the half of my cup, covered. And now I will preface this by saying that wrapping these tapered cups, especially the traditionals, they're curved a little bit and they're tapered, so this is not easy. I had a really hard time. Just a forewarning, doing this on this type of tumbler is pretty difficult. It would be a whole lot easier if you used a tumbler that has fully straight edges with no taper, no curve, or anything like that. So I'm going to start by placing a little sliver of the vinyl up onto that painter's tape that I have separating our halves, and then I'm going to try and smooth the vinyl onto the cup the same way that I normally would. And now this kind of worked initially, but then as you can see, once we got to that curve, it stopped working. So I took my heat gun and heated up the vinyl section by section. This makes it a little bit more flexible, a little bit more stretchy, so that you can really mold and curve it around the shape of your tumbler. So this entire process took me probably between 25 and 30 minutes, just going back and forth using the heat gun and then using my scraper tool to push the vinyl onto the cup and just kind of mold it around those curves. So be sure to take your time with this, be patient, and try not to get frustrated. I got a little bit frustrated, of course, but it ended up working out just fine. Once I had the vinyl on the cup, I took my craft knife and trimmed along those tape lines that we had laid down so that we have perfectly straight lines on either side. And then I finished the top the same way I do with all of my vinyl wrap tumblers. I pulled that vinyl tightly up over that top rim and then trimmed off the excess up there. And then for the bottom, because these are flat bottomed tumblers, there's a round and a flat option. This is the flat one. I'm just going to trim off the vinyl the exact same way that I do up at the top rim I'll just follow my knife around the bottom edge of the cup, and then we'll have really nice vinyl lines at the top and the bottom. So now I'm going to move on to the other side. I'm taking some more blue painter's tape and taping off that vinyl that we just laid down. I'm also taping along the bottom edge of the tumbler because we're going to glitter this side and also bring that same glitter down onto the bottom of the tumbler so that we have a seamless finish, from the sides all the way down to the bottom. In my original version of this design, I used one singular fine cut glitter. I believe it was Blue Boy from Peachy Olive Glitters. But in this updated version, I'm going to make a custom mix, of course. So I'm going to take Cold Shoulder and Azure, both from PDB, and I'm going to base paint my cup using Caribbean Blue acrylic paint from Delta Ceramcoat. So I'm going to lay down a coat of just the paint by itself first, and then I will let it dry just about 30 to 45 minutes before I go in and add the glitter. So now we're going to mix our glitters together. I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to do about a 50-50 mix of each color and then mix them together. I wanted the tone of this blue glitter to coordinate with the blue in the pattern vinyl, but not match it exactly. So there's the mix. And now I'm going to mix up my second coat of the paint. I'm going to take a little bit of the paint and then some of the glitter glue from Crystallite, mix that together, and then apply that to my cup to adhere my glitter. Once all of the glitter was applied to my cup, I'm going to immediately remove all of my tape. I don't want the tape to sit on my pattern vinyl too long. I don't want to leave any sticky residue there, and I don't want the glitter glue to dry on the tape and then risk pulling up some of that glitter when we go to remove the tape after the glue has already dried. So once I've got everything removed, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and then I'm going to seal the glitter with another coat of the glitter glue, let that dry a full 2 hours, and then I'll be ready to go in with my first coat of epoxy. Into this coat, I'm going to mix a little bit of Echo from Chase Ray Creations into my epoxy. I've got about 20 milliliters here, and I'm adding this because one, you can always have extra sparkle in my opinion, and two, this fine glitter additive is going to help camouflage any, areas that we might have messed up our vinyl a little bit. It's just going to help camouflage those a tiny bit. So once I've got that coat on, I'm going to go ahead and add another coat. And once that coat is cured, I'm going to go in and do all of my sanding. So I sanded down the top and bottom rims really well, and then also the glitter side and the side striping areas so that we can go in and do all of our decal work. The SVG file that I'm using for today's decal is available in my digital shop on Etsy. I will have that linked down below in the description box. And this decal has a double offset, so we're going to have 3 layers of vinyl on our cup. The bottom layer is hollow cloud vinyl from Tech Wrap Craft, and then we've got a kind of matte champagne vinyl also from Tech Wrap Craft. We're also going to be using that for the side striping, which I'm applying here. And then the top vinyl pattern or color is from Craft Haven. It's a really pretty light sky blue color. So this decal says today's the day, like, how people say, oh, I'll do it when pigs fly. I thought putting like, oh, today's the day, pigs fly, it's gonna happen, That's kind of a positive twist, because sometimes people say it like with a negative connotation. I wanted to spin it and make it more positive. So here I am going to lay down the bottom layer, which is this hollow cloud vinyl. It's like a multicolored kind of candy cane vibe a little bit. It's very fantastical, whimsical vinyl. I really, really love it. So I'm laying that down. I measured each side to make sure that I had an equal amount of space on each side to make sure my decal was centered. And now I'm going in with the champagne colored vinyl. This is one of my favorite vinyl colors. It's beautiful. It's so elegant, but also fun. It's just a really perfect light gold color. So I'm laying that right on top, and then I'm going to go in and add the light blue vinyl right on top of this. So this is a really cool effect, but just beware, it does make your decals really thick, laying 3 layers on top of each other like this. So keep in mind that you will have to add multiple coats of epoxy to ensure that your cup is completely smooth when it's finished. Once I've got all of my vinyl down, I'm going to go in and add a quick coat of the Crystallite glitter glue over my vinyl to seal it in. This also helps prevent any air bubbles from forming over that vinyl. And once that coat is dry, about 2 hours, I'm going to go in and add another coat of epoxy. Once this coat is cured, I'm ready to finish off the bottom of my cup. So I cut out a circle about 2.3 inches wide. The bottom of my cup measures a little bit more than 2.25, so I cut my circle out at 2.3. I sanded down the bottom really quick to make sure that it was totally smooth for this little circle to go down, and I just cut this out of the same pattern vinyl that we were using. I got lucky and cut out the perfect circle right of the pig. That was a lucky thing. So once I've got that on there, I'm going to go in and add epoxy until my cup is totally smooth. I did 3 coats of epoxy after I added that bottom portion to finish this guy off. And so that is it for this remake of my original cup design. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. You guys know the drill. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already so you don't miss any of my new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, love you. Bye.